You'll be moving through life, applying the exact same strategies and routines that have always guaranteed your success, until suddenly they don't. When our reliable methods fail, the resulting frustration quickly spirals into a profound psychological panic. As our routines break down, the foundation of who we think we are begins to crack. Centuries ago, a rich tradition of narrative frameworks emerged in the Middle East, specifically engineered to address this exact crisis. We know them today as Sufi teaching stories. Scholars like Idris Shah translated these texts for the modern world, categorizing them as ancient psychological technologies. They are sophisticated tools designed to train the mind to perceive hidden patterns when our usual logic fails. These stories exist to actively dismantle the rigid illusions we hold about our own identities, forcing us to unlearn what we think we know. Consider one of the most famous of these stories, from the teachings of an 11th century master. It follows a proud, powerful stream that has spent its entire existence successfully carving paths through mountains, valleys, and deep forests. Eventually, the stream reaches the edge of a vast, arid desert. It's a barrier utterly alien to its past experiences. Looking at this diagram, we see how the stream's strategy breaks down. It tries to hurtle forward, but splinters into the sand. Pushing harder guarantees destruction. Everything that made it a stream simply fades into the void. Profound obstacles act as brutal filters. A blocked path forces us to realize that our current, localized state of being is now completely obsolete. As the stream struggles, a hidden voice from the desert offers a counterintuitive solution. To cross the sand, the stream must allow the wind to carry it. The stream rejects this immediately. It is convinced that letting go of its liquid form means the permanent loss of its individuality. If it isn't a rushing body of water, how can it be sure it will ever exist again? This terrified reaction perfectly mirrors the human ego. When faced with a demand to adapt, our ego defends its current shape at all costs, interpreting any required change as an existential threat. Progress requires a rigorous process of unlearning. We have to strip away the historical definitions of who we have been to make room for what the new environment requires. For the stream, and for us, the primary obstacle isn't the desert itself. It is the conviction that our self is a specific physical container, one that cannot be dismantled without destroying the life inside it. In Sufi philosophy, this necessary shedding of the ego-driven self is known as annihilation. It's the deliberate dissolution of your personal, limiting boundaries to merge with a larger reality. We see this concept explored deeply in Farid al-Din Attar's The Conference of the Birds, where a flock must cross a series of terrifying valleys, including the Valley of Detachment, to find their true king. In both The Tale of the Birds and The Tale of the Stream, the travelers face a void that physical force cannot conquer. They have to entirely abandon their physical attachments to survive the crossing. The desert offers a mechanical promise to the water. Evaporation serves as a temporary phase change required for transport. Spiritual surrender is a highly active, mechanical requirement for crossing environments that would otherwise destroy you. Finally, the stream takes a leap of faith. It surrenders its heavy liquid form, rising up into the wind as a light, swirling mist. Suspended in the air, the wind carries the vapor safely and gently miles above the deadly, scorching heat of the desert sands below. Reaching the peak of a distant mountain range, the cycle culminates. The cool air forces the vapor to condense, falling softly as rain to form a brand new river. Reformed as a river on the other side, the water recognizes something it never noticed while it was trapped in its previous banks. It remembers the vapor, it remembers the wind, and knows it is still itself. The stream sees that its identity was never tied to a specific physical shape or a set of riverbanks. Its identity is the adaptable, indestructible nature of the water itself. The perspective shifts to the sands, the silent witness that stretches from the original riverbed to the new mountains, seeing this cycle play out every day. These sands represent the environments in our lives that will never yield to our force. They exist to remind us that when the world refuses to change for us, we are the ones who must undergo the phase change. Look at your own life. Identify the impassable deserts you are currently facing, the places where your old strategies are simply being absorbed and lost. You have to stop clinging to the rigid container of who you used to be, whether that was a successful professional or a victim of past trauma. When you hit the desert, you must allow your current self to evaporate. Letting go of who you think you are is the only way to be carried to who you are meant to be.